Hey, what's going on to all of my Leos out there? Please make sure to get the book at Amazon or BarnesandNoble.com. The links will be in the description box below as usual. So if you'd like to contact me for a personal reading, my email address as well as the prices are in the description box below as usual. So let's get to your reading. By the way, you also want to go ahead and come through and get your reading, because I'm letting y'all know right now these readings are going up. I'm trying to let everyone know these readings will be going up for two reasons. Number one, I'm getting better. Number two, I don't want to deal with people who are interested in coming through and bickering and arguing. That's not what I'm into. You know what I mean? Most definitely not what I'm into. You know, people who don't take this type of stuff seriously. People call me from serious business. People call me from all over the world. They want to know the answer to certain things. I give them the answer because they paid for it. You got it. You paid for it. You got it. Here's the problem though. Sometimes, not even most of the time, but sometimes people are a little bit too competitive for their own good. They're so competitive to the point where it doesn't make any sense. So as a result of this, I'm not interacting with people who, you know, or as easily with people who are too smart to get out of their own way to actually live the life that they want. Meaning, they're so smart to the point where they're a little bit too over competitive, and they end up doing themselves a disservice as opposed to a good. So that's the reason why they're going up. Plain and simple. $20. So everything is going up by $20. And the crazy part about it is I'm actually still one of the cheapest tarot readers, affordable tarot readers, I'll say, still on the market, even with the price bump. So just letting everyone know, these prices will be going up, and here's why. So the cards that I come up with for the Leos: the Two of Cups, the Star card, the Five of Spears. Oh yeah, by the way, let me know what you think of the intro and the outro, which will be at the end of this video, right? I told y'all that I'm stepping my game up. That's another reason too why it is that I'm charging more, is because the quality that you get over here, you won't see on other tarot reading channels. You won't see that type of stuff. You will not see them with an intro and an outro. These headphones, they will be replaced for better ones. You won't see this kind of quality anywhere. So let's pick that back up. The Five of Spears. You have the Two of Coins, or the Pentacles. Let's say Two of Pentacles. Knight of Wands, which are spears. Eight of Swords. King of Wands. Five of Swords. Judgment. Ace of Cups, Four of Pentacles, Knight of Swords, Six of Cups. This for Leos, remind you, Justice, and the Queen of Cups. Okay, so what I'm seeing here for the Leos, no major arcana with Leo directly in it, but I will say a lot of crazy things are happening for you this part of the month. The Two of Cups, the Star card, the Five of Wands. You really wish that you could have made something with this person. You really wish that you could have made something with this person. You wanted to be in a relationship with this person, but things didn't necessarily work out as well as you thought it would or it should. The Five of Spears, the two of y'all had too many differences, and as a result of your differences, the two of you realized that there was no way that the two of you were going to actually... there's no way that the two of you will realize that you are going to actually make it up. The Two of Pentacles. The Two of Pentacles. The Two of Pentacles represents how a lot of you Leos saw a lot of potential there. But like I said before, the relationship between you and them didn't necessarily work out the way you wanted it to. This person had too many issues. And the Knight of Wands represents this person having those issues. This person was the Knight of Wands. Too interested in being combative more than they're interested in being in a relationship. And that's precisely the reason why it is that I say in so many of my videos, for all the new Leos here, for all the returning Leos, follow the bouncing ball. Everybody needs to stop playing the game, because they even told it to you in the movie with Jason Statham, Andre 3000, called Revolver. It's a movie called Revolver. For all those people who never saw it, excellent movie. In the movie, he's basically saying, the person is basically saying, when does the game stop? And you can know the rules to any game, and the first rule and the second rule and maybe even the third rule and stuff like this. But you ultimately end up playing yourself because you invested so much time in playing games. You don't realize that you're ultimately screwing yourself up, because you can never be genuine. And being genuine, you have to be genuine to somebody. Otherwise, you're gonna be surrounded by enemies and people who don't want to help you, right? And that's what this person is too caught up on, Leos. They're too caught up on these people, my Leos, are too caught up on trying to play the game, not even realizing they're painting themselves in their own corner by doing this. So the Eight of Swords and the King of Wands now represents your vigilance. It represents the sensitivity that you have, right? The activity, right? The willingness to look out for this type of stuff, right? Meaning you see this type of activity, right? You're vigilant when you see this activity again. What a lot of you Leos have to understand, right, about this Eight of Swords, King of Wands, is that you have to learn what are your boundaries. You know what I mean? Like, this is what Virgo and this is what Pisces teaches us. It teaches us sadomasochism, but it teaches us profound enlightenment through pain and suffering, right? And one of those enlightenment processes is to understand what are your boundaries. Like for me, for instance, one of my own personal boundaries is stuff like humiliation. Person tries to humiliate me regardless of whatever capacity, done with you. That's one of my boundaries. Hitting, that's one of my boundaries. What else? Neglect. You know what I mean? Any kind of extreme neglect, whether it's, you trying to do the ignoring game and all this other type of stuff, done with you. Why? Because there's no point in it. To me, there's no point in it. Being competitive, competitive. The only people who you need to be competitive to is yourself, because there is no and they told it to you in the movie too. There is no competition out here. The only competition is upstairs. It's in you. If you're doing better than what you did before, that's the person who you're doing competition with. You're doing a competition with your ego. This competition that so many people think that they're into and competing is part of the reason why it is that they're still stuck in the matrix, or they're still stuck in the delusion. They're stuck in the delusion because they think that they have to compete. People think that there's a such thing as races. If you look up the definition to a race, it means competition. Why would you have to compete with anybody else other than your own selves? And it's the same premise. Why am I saying that? Why am I talking in these kind of ways? I'm saying all this because abuse begets abuse. You have to be very careful to not let this abuse that this person has tried to trade off onto you, my Leos, and now start perpetuating that onto other people. So the thing is that the Five of Swords represents, you have to pay attention that this abuse doesn't beget abuse, and you start perpetuating it onto other people. How you do that is by staying sensitive enough to where you understand when your boundaries are being broken, but also having some boundaries. Like I said before, hitting with me is a boundary, right? and all types of acts of violence and stuff like this. Spitting and all that stuff is all wrapped up in one category. Humiliation. You know, if a person is trying to outdo me and all this other type of stuff, and they're humiliating me and clowning me, I'm not someone that's interested in that type of stuff. Neglect. I don't necessarily mind it. I don't necessarily want to speak to a person every single day of the week, every week and stuff like this. But it shouldn't be to the extreme as well, to the point where the person is going above and beyond to freeze me out. Then it's like you just trying too hard in the other way. You know, the judgment and the Ace of Cups. The judgment and the Ace of Cups is now, the judgment will be you having to make better judgments. Your mind has to be keener. You have to be a lot more wise. You have to be a lot more understanding. You have to be a better Leo, because in order for you to start being able to navigate things, to know when someone is really rocking with you and when someone is not, you're going to have to be able to pay attention and learn when it's good to be sensitive. You're going to have to learn to be sensitive enough to see the BS if and when it comes, but you have to learn to not be so sensitive to the point where you go out looking for a problem with everything that someone says and does. Now the Four of Coins now represents the solidarity that you're going to have, that you're going to have to create. What I suggest you do is go monk mode. Close all the doors, relax, chill, be a harder person to communicate with, Leos. You have the Knight of Swords. When you do that, Knight of Swords, Six of Cups, you're going to realize it a lot more, that the same person that represents this Knight of Spears who's giving you all these issues, they're going to be ringing you. They're going to be coming by if they could. They're going to be trying to holler at you again. Why? Because you went into monk mode, right, Leos? You've decided that you're not going to just lay down and accept what's being done to you. You're going to take action. And how you've taken action is by separating yourselves away from society for a little bit, to make sure that you can not just recuperate and take care of yourself, but you can actually become a better person. Now the Justice and the Queen of Cups represents, if you're doing it right, not only will this person hit you up, but you won't be with this person again. Because the Justice, you'll realize that this person did it to themselves, the Queen of Cups, and that ultimately you're better off without them, because you don't have time to deal with them and their craziness. Now, we're going to pull some more cards. I got the Dragon Tarot, right? We're going to go ahead and actually start clarifying the Six of Cups. So to clarify the Six of Cups, you have the Four of Pentacles, you have the Nine of Cups, you have the High Priestess. So to clarify the Six of Cups, the Four of Pentacles, which you already have, the Four of Pentacles, solidarity, you needing a solid state of mind. And how you do that, like I said before, like I suggested, is to go monk mode. Close all your doors, become a much more harder person to get in touch with. Just excommunicate the world for a little while and concentrate on the things you need to do and handle your responsibilities. Nine of Cups, the High Priestess. The Nine of Cups, when you do that, you're going to have this person banging at your door practically, trying to figure out what done happened to you, because in essence, you're not playing the game anymore, right? You've fallen off the face of the earth. So as a side effect, you've created that sense of intrigue, right? The High Priestess, like I said, take care of your responsibilities. The High Priestess is a card of secrecy. The High Priestess is a card of ninjutsu, right? What is ninjutsu? Ninjutsu is secret teachings, or ninjutsu, same thing in essence, but different in certain ways. But the High Priestess, again, going secretive, right? Going covert. And that will help you out, because not only will it automatically increase the intrigue to the people on the outside, but it also puts you in a situation where you're invincible. People won't be able to hurt you or take advantage of your vulnerability, right? If you're not even there, or if they don't even know that you're doing this. So let's clarify the Justice. So to clarify the Justice, right? You have the Six of Swords, Three of Pentacles, to clarify the Justice, that's what we're clarifying, and the Seven of Cups. So the Seven of Cups, the Six of Swords, the Three of Pentacles, this represents how a lot of you are Leos as well. Also, Six of Swords. Yes, you're not pressed. You're moving forward. You're moving away from this heartbreak or difficulties in this relationship quite easily, or quite quickly and easily, because they were stressing you out with all these issues that they had. Three of Pentacles, Seven of Cups, Three of Pentacles. You realize that the relationship that you were interacting in, Four of Pentacles, was not even, right? There was no equal opportunity where the two of you were on the same page. So you realize that it was lopsided, the Seven of Cups, and you decided to actually take action and do something about it. The Seven of Cups represents the Seven of Cups represents, it's an unequal number. Seven is an odd number, right? Because you have three on one side, one in the middle. Three is the three cups you had, three cups the other person had. One cup represented the relationship, or the relationship that the two of you had when the two of y'all actually met with each other. This wasn't enough for the other person, so you had to essentially leave that person alone. Now, let's clarify the Judgment. And I know this kind of situation myself because I've been there, you know. And I thought myself that relationships or boundaries are fluid, in the sense that you will know what you like and what you don't like. No, they have to be prerequisite boundaries, and you have to know what you like and don't like, and you have to actually stick to your guns. So to clarify the Judgment, Queen of Cups, Ten of Cups, Four of Cups. Yeah, you know, you have to give your next partner equal opportunity, respect them just as well, right? Ten of Cups, and also try to move things forward and see if they're even going to put in that kind of effort for you. The Queen of Cups, and understand that you already have the Queen of Cups, but the other Queen of Cups, to clarify it, represents how you need to understand that you should be above certain things. And some of the things that you should be above is this tomfoolery of these people trying to create all this havoc in your life for no reason whatsoever. So that's pretty much it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, share the video. I'm upgrading the quality of this channel for everybody involved. Peace. Subscribe too.